If you were to check in on the subject of today's video in 2014, you would find a 20-year-old Southern California skater kid who believed that he was on the verge of making his wildest dreams come true. His talent on the microphone had landed him in a group that was touring with Tech-9, he had just become close with superstar Nick Cannon, and all signs were pointing toward happiness and success. Sadly, only 6 short years later, the world would be saying farewell to a talent that it had barely had the chance to see. This video is a little different from my usual content, and it will be touching on subjects like mental health issues and self-harm, so if these topics are upsetting to you, I would click off now. That being said, if you're still with me, let's have a look at the Ryan Bowers story.
I came to New York, dude. They didn't even show any of it. I went to Hot 97, spoke to Peter Rosenberg.
You my Pete?
Rapped.
Yo, that's dope.
I spit for them in the studio, and like they put Pete Rock on the phone, and I rapped for Pete Rock. That was before I was really good and knew what I was rapping about. I was kind of rapping about like of course at first I was rapping about cliches and just trying to be like every other rapper.
Right.
But as I grew, as in in that 6 weeks, really sped up the process. I probably wouldn't be to where I am right now for another at least years.
Dude, you'd be long after high school.
It would be long after high school, absolutely.
Yeah.
But after it kind of sped up the process. I met so many cool cats, even though I didn't meet Jay-Z or Lil Wayne, but
Doesn't matter.
I met cats that were so real and so hip hop, just raw and so I don't know, better than, I don't know.
That's dope. That's dope. I didn't know, and they didn't show any of that stuff.
They didn't show. That just shows that they didn't show any of that. They sent me to New York. I stayed on Times Square in New York. They showed not one bit of it. They showed a picture of me with a Hot 97 mic in front of me, a quick clip, a little subliminal message.
Yeah.
But
The clip you just saw shows a 16-year-old Ryan Anthony Bowers who had just been on an episode of MTV's Made, and that appearance had helped grab the attention of Nick Cannon, who signed Bowers to his Incredible Entertainment label. Nick helped Ryan get placed into the 7-member collective Psych Druggies, and I don't remember hearing about this group, but in 2014 they were on the right path, earning themselves a spot on the Tech-9 Independent Grind Tour. They even got one of their songs remixed by Tech, E40, and The Game.
Yeah, I'm a player, cause every girl I meet, she end up begging me to spray her insides, them eyes, opposite of in a prayer. She know my cake is sitting higher than the Himalayas, yeah, I see. Popping that punani for Poppy, take my tally and top me, bouncing booty for broccoli. White bitch, but she like her men like her coffee. Awfully thick, I got whiskey dick, I'm saucy. Always ready to jump down on a bitch, turn around, I'ma take her down, pound on a bitch. We kicks in it, acting like we don't see y'all. Bring the drama, whatever they gon' do, fuck 'em. We ball. Strange music in this bitch, we going all out. Take the bitches to the crib and get them sprawled out. All the haters and naysayers killing y'all doubt. Yes, we got your lady, give it all mouth.
When it's time to hit, I don't ever miss. First train nigga, I don't ever see the bench. They focused on the switch, it's all in the wrist. I don't give a fuck, I don't ever slip. Pop it for a player, 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 pop it for a player. Straight to the gas, no brakes. Got a bad one on my plate. Don't wanna be cuffed up, show no love, just fuck 'em in the face. Coming through, ripping and breaking the bitch. I'm MVP, you made for the bench. I came up now, but I bet you piss your girl want that banana split. Now, okay. Druggies in this biatch, slobbing down my dick. She says she got no gag reflex. Back it up, reverse. She rocking my t-shirt, too many hoes. I'm like a broke Justin Bieber. Straight up. We bout to be all paid. I swear I give Molly them wrecking balls all day. Used to put me on the bench, now it's all play. Went from easy baked pussy, now they all gourmet. Ay, I get brain all up out of me. Nowadays I'm chicken more pussy than gynecology. Coming up from the bottom, see, low in the economy. We the hottest in this motherfucker, no apology. Bow.
Although mainstream success wasn't in the cards for Psych Druggies, one of their members would go on to have a successful career. At the time of recording, Kehlani has amassed almost 2 billion views on her YouTube channel, with her most popular video, Gangsta, from the Suicide Squad soundtrack contributing almost 400 million views alone. Unfortunately, Ryan's story would not turn out as well as his former group mate. Following a pretty public breakdown, Ryan would leave the group and they would call it quits not too far after that. Despite any troubles he may have been facing around this time, or perhaps even because of them, Ryan would release what I consider to be his best work. Outsider is front to back one of the rawest and most heartfelt albums I've ever heard. Of course, not every track is depressingly serious, but the way he is able to touch on such serious topics in such a seemingly carefree way really helped this album become one of my favorites, and I find myself going back to it more and more. I highly suggest checking out the full project, but here's some highlights for you.
We should examine carefully.
Yeah. We interrupt this record to bring you a special bulletin. Yeah. The other day I thought about jumping off Sunset Cliffs. Head first, splat. Good night, kids. Shout to all you fucking jerks that provide my stress. Trying to save up to get this tumor off my chest. My dad just had surgery while I was on tour. Grateful to have a dad, some don't when they're born. I wonder what the fuck am I working so hard for? So I can pull up, nice car and bad broad with fake tits and ass shots and silicone scars. Big lips, but in 10 years they'll be deformed. No, fuck these hoes and fuck that shiny shit. Trying to build a dynasty and enterprise up off the rhyming shit. Got a mind of a mad scientist. I've been devising a plan to spray my name on the side of Obama's crib, just to make a mark, you know, to make it stick. If you think I'm corny cause I'm friends with Nick, then suck a dick. I've been through more shit than a sewage pipe. Me and moms used to have to find a place to sleep at night, either in the motel room or the car. At least we had a car, look at the bright side of the dark.
Born in 94, this sound like 92. Everything around me, the cash rules. But I'm out here making moves and shit. Still up on stickity, fuck your bitch. Now who came to rock that house tonight? You. Who came to rock that house tonight? You. Stickity, bust my nut all on your girlfriend's face while I smack her butt. Make her do gymnastics while I'm in those guts. And she gave me gas money, I spent that on blunts. Yeah. And I fucked her at your mom's house. I peed on your toothbrush and mobbed out, but I had no condom. Oh geez, I hope this bitch doesn't have a disease. God damn it, but I don't know what the plan is. No major labels fucking with me cause we independent. Shout out to Mr. Cannon, shout out Trey Book. Though I hit the club on a skateboard and still pull hoes. Better watch out for my gang, they gon' bring the pain. Hella Mary Jane, hella propane gas. On the freeway, dipping, stolen, whipping, but I'm white. Police ain't trippin', yeah. Money comes and it goes. I can't stand the feeling of being broke. Right now I don't got much, but I got a whole lot of these hoes. I've been working all day, I here trying to get paid. Drinking away my problems, that's the only reason I'm faded. Man, I'm tired of living like this, praying that I get rich. Another day I'm fading, another bill unpaid, and another fight with my bitch. Still I roll on that block, fuck the pole. Least, but I bang out the beat. Better watch what you do, you can't fuck with the beast. My addiction killing me, I feel it. No regard for these feelings, rather burn down everything I'm building. I just wanted to be accepted. Drugs, sex, rock and roll on that road. Only thing I got left is all these bills overdue. All these dreams won't come true. All of my ex-hoes been hated. I've been out of weed, no placing, but I'm here right now. Club lights on, these hoes thinking I'm famous. I forget it all when I'm playing. Working on my dreams, trying to reach my goals, but I can't stand it when I'm all alone. And I don't wanna be by myself. I don't wanna be by myself. Working on my dreams, trying to reach my goals, but I can't stand it when I'm all alone. And I don't wanna be by myself. I don't wanna be by myself. Now they be telling me come down, I'm doing too much now. Everything I thought that they could do for me, I do for myself now. Sacrificing time away from the ones that mean the most to me. Ain't nobody close to me like them. I've been working, but I can't even see them. So what the fuck is the purpose anyway? What the fuck is the purpose anyway? Yeah. What do I need? Without that cheese I cannot breathe. Came up but it ain't what it seems. Politics and bullshit get me down and out, and I can't believe that I put this over my family. Trying to bring my granny to the Grammys, understand me now. But what if something would've happened and I'm still right here rapping? But I can't take no time off, right now I'm kind of unhappy. Life don't stop rolling, but on my moment after the throne I make it home as soon as I get where I'm going. Working on my dreams, trying to reach my goal.
Outsider not only showcased Ryan's undeniable skills on the microphone, it also gave listeners an unapologetically honest taste of the pain and struggle that he had gone through as a child and was continuing to go through as a young man. Through his lyrics, he told a story that is sadly more and more familiar these days. He rapped about his parents' drug use and the instability it caused in his life, and he didn't hold back anything when it came to his own addiction issues and his health problems, both mental and physical. Despite the fearlessly personal subject matter and talented execution, Outsider didn't make much noise for Ryan, and after pouring so much of himself into the project, I can only imagine the perceived failure must have weighed on his already troubled mind tremendously. Things in Ryan's life would continue to spiral out of control at this point. His heavy drug use combined with his shaky mental health would lead him to some very dark places.
So you're going in and out of the psych ward. And then at one point you decided to try to commit suicide.
A lot of times.
What was the first time? What was
The
that
first
about?
time I OD'd
On?
on a little bit of everything. I had my gallbladder removed, so I had a bunch of pain meds, Vicodins, and I had lean. I had a little bit of a whole bunch of shit, mental health pills and shit.
So you were
and
just
I
taking...
mixed it all in a Gatorade bottle and chugged it.
So you knew
And
what was
then-
going to happen if you drank that?
Yeah. And then
You tried to kill yourself.
I was unconscious for like 4 days.
Why did you want to kill yourself?
I don't know. It's just like, at that time, it was more like I just didn't want to live. And then it has just become like a romance with death ever since. Like just seeing people around me dying and everything and almost being jealous of that.
Well, who around you was dying?
I've had friends OD and people get shot and different shit. And it's just like almost feeling like you envy that, like that their pain is just over. Like they don't have to deal with nothing else anymore. It's a bad way to look at it, but...
Yeah.
This was obviously a man crying out for help. In that interview, Ryan describes snapping a mechanical pencil in half and swallowing the pieces in a failed attempt to end his own life. He also describes an incident where after being physically restrained from jumping off a large bridge by a police officer, he swallows a AA battery. His musical output had all but ceased during this time, unsurprisingly, but as fans, I don't think most of us knew how bad things really were for Ryan. The beginning of 2019 would show us exactly just how bad things had become.
You were on a bridge in San Diego on the freeway,
805.
ready to jump, and the police actually saved you that day.
Yeah.
They tell me what was going on that day and how all that went down.
Shit, I just was trying a bunch of different ways to try and kill myself. I've OD'd like 10 times, and
where do you think that just comes from? Just
depression and just feeling like you don't want to live through life.
But we don't want that anymore because clearly this is
Yeah,
clearly you're not good at killing yourself.
I'm bad at it.
so that you have a purpose, man. You have a reason to, and the fact that you're dealing with mental health in such a real way and getting out there and allowing the music and your message to touch people. Clearly, that's what God wants for you.
Yeah.
So we know that. So you on the bridge, you had already OD'd, and did just an officer come out of nowhere? Did somebody call the police? Or
The officer came out of nowhere. I was standing up there about to jump, and he got out of his car, and he's like, "Hey, bud, you okay?" And
yeah, and then he was like, "I'm about to jump," and then he just did he run to you?
He
or?
was running. We were he chased after me for a minute.
Really?
And then he tackled me.
Thank you, whatever
And
this
then-
officer's name is.
And then in the back seat of the car, I swallowed a battery and shit.
Where the fuck did you get a battery from?
I had it in the cut.
And then what did you think the battery was gonna do?
I thought the acid was gonna fuck me up.
And then you just so you swallowed a battery. That didn't do anything.
No.
Did they put you in the psych ward after that moment?
Yeah, after that they took me to the psych ward.
And then they let you out.
Yeah.
And then everything was good. And then you tried again.
Yeah, and then I swallowed a razor blade.
And don't anyone try any of this stuff because this man
please
isn't human. You put the razor blade in a Three Musketeer.
Yeah,
Is that your favorite candy bar?
Nah, Baby Ruth is. But I put the razor blade in a Three Musketeers bar and I swallowed it, and then I felt it going down my chest, and it was getting stuck, and it hurt hella bad. So that's when I cut my throat.
And then that was the night that
that was the night I got shot.
So in that
I cut my throat, and my dad called the police for help, and the cops showed up, and I still had a knife on me, and so they came in and were like, drop the knife, bang, bang.
And that just
it happened within like 5 seconds.
And then that's when I got the call.
Quick.
Honestly. And I'm gonna tell you, like
super quick.
I was heartbroken. First thing when I got the call and the way it was explained to me, they was like, yo, you was already gone.
Yeah.
And
it was close.
And to me, I was like, I felt like I failed because someone who's kind of been like a mentor to you and someone who's always wanted to pave the way and give you opportunities. I was like, damn, why didn't I knew there was mental illness and we was always there for you, but I didn't know it was at that level.
Homicide lieutenant told us this morning that a family member of the 23-year-old took officers to a back bedroom in the apartment where that man was just before 10 o'clock last night. They told him to back up and drew their own weapons, but police say the man refused to listen to orders and continue walking towards the officers. That's when the lieutenant said one of the officers feared for his safety and fired his gun, hitting the man at least once. But remember, this is all happening in a bedroom, so the gun was fired at a pretty close range. We were told the man does have life-threatening injuries, but we haven't heard more about that just yet. The San Diego Police Department Homicide Unit is investigating.
Now I have the opportunity to show everyone that no matter how hard you fall, you can always get back up. This is the first song I made since that night. Thank you for praying for me.
Fuck the past, dwelling on it, can't believe I'm still here, it's a moment. Fuck the police, man, they wasn't planning on it, but I made it through with scars on my body, still going. Surgery next month, but I count my blessing as I roll up my next blunt. Got me down, fuck it, gotta make the best of it. Been through too much, I feel like my death coming. Through the wire on my Kanye shit. Giving up ain't gon' happen, even on my life like this. Yeah. Too much pain is in effect. 10 years in and my life's still a mess. I need checks, I need more sex. Life got me in a vortex. But I can't believe it, I'm breathing. Never needed bitches to please them. I'm saying, you know how these whores get. I don't know which way to go. Money comes, then the money gone. So much shit that I've been through alone. Gunshots and crack rocks all through the home. Yeah, it's a cold ass world. I fall down and get back up. It's a cold ass world. I fall down and get back up.
I think they said it's like a 13% chance of you living. You had all type of crazy blood transfusions.
Yeah.
And it was like, really, we don't know if he's going to make it. And you were in a coma for over a month. We would come down there.
Almost a month.
Yeah, like, and coming down there, checking on you and stuff. And tell me about the day you woke up.
I woke up on my birthday.
That was a fucking birthday present for you.
Yeah, I woke up on my birthday, and then there was the fucking balloons everywhere. That
I set it off up in there.
Yeah,
it was a party
they
like a
got
motherfucker.
Me like 400 balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was popping. But I woke up and I had the trach in and everything, so I couldn't talk and couldn't breathe for myself really yet.
And we came down there and we saw you quite a bit. He was just giving a thumbs up and trying to communicate the first words. But when I finally did hear him speak, the first words he said to me was, Bowers. And that's his tagline in his songs. If you ever know, y'all, Bowers. And that's the first thing he said, man. And it was like going from that time I first seen you there, and then because there was a few times we came down there when you were in a coma, totally unconscious, when they didn't think you were gonna make it. A few weeks later, checked you out. You had your eyes open. Yeah. And I remember you shed a tear. You probably don't remember this. Like you had the whole room crying because you opened your eyes and then there's a tear came down your eyes. And then the next time you was spitting bars. It was Bowers. Yeah. And now, man, to sit with you here, this is so special, man. But I want you to know and want you to feel like how important you are, man, and know that not only to the family, to the squad, but to the community, and especially the community of mental health, to see how strong you are, that you've been dealing with this and knowing that those demons and depression be on you, and for you to be so resilient. Do you know how important you are?
Yeah.
I need a better answer than just motherfucker. Like, do you understand that there's a purpose over your life?
Yeah, I definitely understand. I feel like it could be something that is way bigger than myself.
Yeah.
Because my story is something that a lot of people haven't been through to this extent.
You on your 50 Cent shit.
Yeah.
you took a shot. You took a shot from the cops.
Yeah, that shit was raw.
And you know, unfortunately, with dealing with that, you still, you know, they still charged you. And we still dealing with that case right now.
Charged me with resisting arrest and brandishing a knife.
Yeah, and we got court this week.
But that shit
we gonna hold you
how
down.
It went down.
We gonna be there holding you down all the way through.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. Like I always say, like our police system is
it's fucked up.
Is very fucked up. But they have to figure out a way not only to deal with mental illness, but even just the community in general. People don't need to be policed. People need to be protected. There was a call that was made for your safety. You called asking for help, and they came and actually hurt you.
Yeah.
And that's a big issue. That's an issue around the world that we got to deal with in a serious way.
Yeah.
And he was even saying, like, we out here marching for all the black people that get shot and abused by police, all the brutality, and you ain't even black and they fucking you up.
Yeah, that shit is fucked up.
So it's not a color.
Wish that shit on
yeah,
nobody.
It's not a color issue. It's not a class issue. It's an issue overall, and that's why I said there's so many things that your story touches on that is important to this generation. That we need you here, man. We need your voice, and we need your talents, and we need your gifts.
From hearing him talk with Nick in that interview from 2019, it kind of seemed like the things he had reluctantly lived through had maybe given Ryan a fresh perspective on life. We started to receive new music again, and although a lot of it understandably was him dealing with some heavy issues, he was creating again, and for a moment it seemed like he had found the determination to fight for his dream again.
Working so hard to make it, I'm taking it faded for days. I don't wait for no basic, bitch. I've been amazing. I've been on my grave shift. Better have some of this shit on the playlist. Gotta be grinding, bitch. I gotta make rent. If it don't make dough, don't make sense. They be hating on me from that bench, but I can't feel God, never repent. All these drugs, that's my weakness. Ain't no love, I never do win. Never gon' break, I'm never gon' bend. They don't like me, I don't like them. Ain't no threes, I carry my tens. Motel room, me and mom slept in. Hit a big lick, then I hop that fence. Right by blood, bitch, take my fence. They gon' love me everywhere we go. Evidence look like I'm on blow. Never did fuck you, bitch, I won't. I gotta get everything I want. Walking out right now if I don't. Was a good kid, then I sold my soul. But I still crowd surf every show. Can't relate to no one I know. I've been a minute away from killing myself. I'm independent, but I got Nick's help. When he feel like it's shit, oh well. I've been on my grind, bitch, can't you tell? Busting shots and they drop that shell. Fuck the cops, I've been on that still. Shot me down, I should've popped more pills. That I heard less, I'm a mess, that's real. Dead, no real, yeah. Everyone around me constantly changing. Really are not on the same shit. I just want the money, don't care about being famous. I've been fading every time my lane switch. Girl, you leaving with me, I just like you came. Like working so hard to make it. Running out of drugs, yeah, I need more. We not just some ordinary people. Yeah. We not just ordinary. Try to make it to the top, but not to the obituary. This shit is scary. I had no bearings, I'm tearing shit. My appearance ain't by my lyrics, so I be hearing shit. Ugly boy with a clean asshole. I ain't got how, that's what you mean, asshole. Shot through a dime, that's what the fuck is a pillow. I'm a long way from coming home, I've been in my zone. Never the baddest ain't coming around me, I had to be climbing mountains. I need all the fucking millions, I don't need no 100,000. Living uptown, bow down, bitch, hit the ground. Better be careful, me and cows run the town. I shut it down, I had them bound, they give me pounds. My daddy helping me out, I feel like I get allowance. I'm out of balance, give me a challenge, you don't allow it. Balding out of it, I'm out of bounds. Slowing me down, they limited me all day. You know I need you, gotta love you always. Your dad hate me, your mom hate me, that shit is crazy. You irresponsible, thank God we don't have a baby. When the liquor hits you, you ain't acting like a lady. I'm rushing to you on the freeway, going over 80. Yeah, I need you home. I'm in love with you and you leave me alone. Ay, coca leaves to my dome. If you had a twin, I would make me a clone. But I mean, now I'm finna get it. You pushing me to my limit. You doing shit I ain't getting. You was on a label, but they left your ass independent. Still down for you like every minute. Doing all these drugs. Still tryna give you everything. You know me, I don't play no games. Me and your moms, they really on the same page. I'm a bad influence on you. I'm a bad influence on you. Oh, yeah. I'm still gonna marry her. I don't give a fuck if her mom, dad, sister, mom, dad, grandpa, uncle, any of them can hate the fuck out of me, but I don't care.
Running with Scissors, Ryan's 20-track final project, was officially released on July 17, 2020, and sadly the very next day, Ryan would lose his longtime battle with depression, choosing to complete the task that he had left unfinished so many times before in the past. Family, friends, and fans were of course devastated by the loss, but I can't help but feel that we were all relieved, even a little for Ryan, that he wouldn't have to bear such suffering anymore. I'm sorry to drop such a heavy video on you guys today, Flapjack fam, but I've been listening to Outsider a bunch lately, and I was looking around YouTube for a video like this, and I didn't really see one, so here we are. I just want to say that while I hope all of you are happy and healthy, if you're not, please talk to someone. Here's a number you can call if you need help. Life is special. Please fight for yours. So that brings us to the end of this episode. As always, leave your video suggestions below, and thank you for tuning in.
So I was just like, dude, I rap, like, I might as well just try it. And then I just went up and did it, and I spit this verse right here. It was like, I got no opportunities, no place to go. All I got is fresh clothes and a sick-ass flow. Excuse the profanity, nobody understanding me. I plan to be the man of the hour, so just hand me the mic. I like to spit it up and spit it out. Thirsty for this game like I'm in the drought. Everybody hear my name, west, north to the south. Mama left and I ain't even heard no word of mouth. Maybe that's where I get all of the passion that's in me. Right now I'm going off a tank that's empty. Look around, these kids are perfect, I feel envy. Wanna be just like them, then again I don't. Been let down so many times I don't know what I want. These rappers got money, I don't got a dime. All I got is the clothes on my back and a rhyme. I wanna be made.